Yo, 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 this is DJ Cool Thing coming live another video. And today we're going to talk about Deezer versus Tidal, two streaming services in the DJ world. Well, based on my experiences, I think Deezer is better if you're using Virtual DJ, and if you're using Serato, I would use Tidal. But if you're using both, it's always good to use Serato DJ for streaming music and Virtual DJ for DJ pools, like for offline listening. So Deezer is a streaming service that is used by Virtual DJ users and people who are subscribed to the service, which there are probably not that many people who use Deezer. I guess because of how bare and boring it looks. Tidal, on the other hand, looks exactly like Spotify, but for Serato DJ users. I mean, if you were using Virtual DJ back in the day, yeah, if you're using Virtual DJ, you would use Spotify, which, way back, they used to have a deal with Virtual DJ used to have a deal with Spotify, but then they lost that deal to DJ, which is made by Algorithm for streaming music. And then they decided to say, we're going with another streaming service called Deezer, and they did. You pay $12.99 per month for the streaming service, and that gives us plenty of music to stream with, especially if you have a song request and all the other stuff. So if I'm doing an outdoor party and I'm not connected to Wi-Fi, I use Virtual DJ. If I happen to use, if I'm under a Wi-Fi signal, if I was under a Wi-Fi, I would use Serato, which which has the streaming service Tidal. Tidal is one of those streaming services that came out the same year as, it came out the same year as Apple Music, and it has almost the exact same music. It costs the same per month. And Deezer costs $12.99 a month if you were having to go that route. But most of us would go towards Tidal because it's built into Serato DJ, which most pro DJs are using nowadays amongst their iTunes library. Amongst the iTunes library, that's what most DJs are actually using nowadays to play their music, is iTunes and Tidal. So Tidal is one of those streaming services used by professional DJs if they want, if they get a song request, and if they have most of their music on Tidal, they would play all their music with Serato. And if they had all their music on Deezer, they would use Virtual DJ. Because streaming is the way of the future when it comes to DJing. I mean, that's what we used to use way back in the day, was CDs. You would put a CD in, and you would just enjoy the party, and you would just enjoy playing at the party. But now streaming is the way of the future. We're paying per month for the services that we use, and for professional DJs, they pay for Tidal, and they use Serato. Virtual DJ is used by the mobile DJs and the party DJs. So I just think that this is just part of, the DJ world, is choosing between Deezer and Tidal and Spotify or any other DJ app you come across, and just work whatever works best for you. And that's what I'm doing. I'm working for what's best, works best for me in my personal, my personal DJing. So I have both Serato and Virtual DJ. So in order to use both Serato DJ and Virtual DJ and Serato DJ, I had to switch to Tidal in order to use Serato DJ, and I had to use the iDJ Pool Pro Audio online music service built into Virtual DJ for offline music. So I just think this is just crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy trying to find the best streaming music service. Whether it's $12.99 a month versus $9.99 a month. And I took a look at Deezer, and I gave Deezer a try, and it didn't really work out for me, especially in my grandpa's truck. The sound would just go out. It wouldn't even play. I pressed play on the phone. I had my phone connected to USB. But in the Silverado, like in the Chevy Silverado, in my grandpa's Chevy Silverado, Deezer didn't even work. So I switched over to Tidal to see if it would fix the problem. And it did. Once I connected it to the stereo of that truck out there, the 2016 Chevy Silverado, it fixed the problem. And not only was I saving money, but I was also fixing the problem that was coming from listening to music in the car. If I wasn't using Apple Music, I would switch over to Tidal. So not only was I getting the best experience from Serato DJ, but I also fixed the problem that came from listening to my phone in the Chevy Silverado, especially with the USB cable. Like on the days where I don't use my Bluetooth adapter, I can go straight from the USB to the car stereo. It may cut out, it might skip a little bit, like it sounded remixed, but it's all part of streaming through USB. And the best thing to do next time is just to bring the Bluetooth adapter, because Bluetooth adapters, they sound a lot more crisp and clear and constant and doesn't lag. It's pretty constant when it comes to playing music through Bluetooth. I mean, it just sounds a lot more smoother. Yep, the music actually sounds smoother on Bluetooth rather than having USB. Oh, I forgot. It's unplugged. So we'll turn on the other lamp. So you guys can see me. That way we can kind of minimize on light here. So yeah, so in the Chevy Silverado, the best way of playing music in the truck, the Chevy Silverado, is by using a Bluetooth adapter, because they sound a lot more smoother, they sound crisp, they sound clear, and it's basically a wireless technology. It's going right from the phone directly to Bluetooth. It's like plugging in a pair of Bluetooth headphones, and it's basically free to do whatever you want. So when playing through Bluetooth or playing through a USB cable, it lags a little bit, but it works half the time. Especially if you're multitasking on your phone, it would lag a lot. We're not going to be blaming your phone or the cable or the truck. It's just the way it plays streaming music through a USB cable. It was meant to be playing MP3s, store-bought MP3s. But the 2016 Silverado, basically when you get it stock, the stock head unit, it's stuck in the MP3 age. Like if you downloaded music to a flash drive, it'll probably work with that. If it's in the right format, you know, FAT32. But that's another video for another day of how to play your DJ mixes with a car that is stuck in the MP3 age. Sorry about that. So, when it comes to Deezer and Tidal, Tidal is a lot better. It works better. It looks better. It has the has a lot better music than Tidal or than Deezer does. Sorry. So I pick Tidal over Deezer. I tried Deezer, but it's not worth it. It's not worth the $12.99 per month. Yeah, it's not worth the $12.99 per month. But Tidal is definitely worth the $9.99 a month that I pay for it. So to equal out, I mean, we actually did talk about this in a previous video, where how I can equal out my DJing music is use Serato when I'm under a Wi-Fi signal and use Virtual DJ when I'm not under a Wi-Fi signal. I mean, I still have a good chunk of music to listen to at my offline parties, which are basically random, and they're very rare. Offline, using music offline is very, very rare amongst me. I mean, I do use Serato quite a lot when it comes to DJing, and my DJing hasn't started yet. But at least I'm getting everything prepared for when I do have my first DJ gig of 2019. And depending on if I'm using Wi-Fi or not, I'll just download the music directly to the MacBook Air. So I might go downstairs and go see the supermoon if it's time. But yeah, that was just a quick little video about Deezer versus Tidal, and the one I prefer. And I mainly prefer Deezer because it costs a lot less than Deezer. It looks a lot better than Deezer. It sounds better than Deezer. It basically it's everything that Deezer is not. I mean, Deezer is built on playlists and radio stations, based on your music listening and that kind of stuff. It's basically it's mainly built on mixes and playlists and stuff like that. And it's really hard to find the music you want without searching it. I mean, it's not the simplest to use, but it is okay to use if you're using Virtual DJ. So, with that said, I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be a tour of my Tidal playlist. So I'll see you guys in the next video. This is DJ Cool Thing out.